Okay, guys, thank you for coming in with me here. I just wanted to give here on the, what is this? Actually, it's going to be heading up on the November 1st, but it is still October 31st, 2019, and getting a little familiar with things, but I wanted to point out one of my favorite trades, one of my favorite patterns, strategies here, and doing it after the fact, of course. So we're going to get a little bit better with this here as we go along. And I was working with my TD Ameritrade, new account with TD Ameritrade and getting it set up, and I wasn't even able to place an order. So I still got to go through a couple days of getting that set up, approval on the Forex side or something in that fashion. And so I just found that out when I was trying to place this order. And so I'm back on my, I have other futures accounts, and I might trade another first trade account as well. But anyhow, let's break this down a little bit more and what I actually saw and what I consider is one of my favorite trades. Most popular trades here, more lucrative trades, takes a lot of patience, and of course. So initially, before all this started here, where did I see that V? And of course I saw it at the bottom there, but let's try to make this quick. And I was watching the 15 minutes, and I saw my V coming into place and the actual pullback. And I wish we did that a little bit better when I had it all lined up. But definitely, this is what we were taking place here. The actual V, when we broke this support area and we came back actually above it, or pretty much on the break even of it. So I do expect an actual consolidating sideways breaking, and that looked real good for me. So of course, again, with another V, that really helped it, and that's where I was actually I walked away from the trade, and I would have gotten stopped out, and I walked away from it, supposedly getting into it here. And of course I wasn't looking for test 2, and of course test 2 will come back further than test 1, so that is well expected for test 2 to be a further pullback than test 1. And of course we were still in test 1 phase. Once we gotten over the break here, once we've gotten over that actual break in the line, then that was the ending of test 1 going into test 2. So we had this continuation. This breakdown is a part of test 1. Oh, Lord have mercy, forgive me, like I said, with all of the drawings. Alrighty. Yeah, all that work, fumbling, and so this here was a part of going into test 2, and test 2, once it broke its support, then we have our continuation and a continuing, and I would look at this area as support, and the next support and resistance is what we're looking for on this aggressive V here, this aggressive move to the top side. So we're going to be looking for the next closest support and resistance area, and so if we get past this here, then I would also consider this to be the next. Somewhere like that. And so I'm going to get more particular with it, but it depends on now where we're at and continuing this trend line and actually how this pullback is playing itself out on a smaller time scale as possible as well. And do we have any continuing vertical? Like I say, this is kind of something I need to get a little bit more familiar with. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. And so we do get the point of a favorite of one of my ace setups. We have a strong to the up move here, upside. I will look at the volume, and here I don't have a lot of things on here as an ATR. VWAP is something I will put on here probably for myself on the ending side to see if it's above VWAP, so I don't get too confused with it. But at the same token, I definitely would apply it. And we have an increase of volume. At the same time, we had a decrease on the pullback side, which is a good thing. And now we have a much more of a increase in volume, picking back up, picking up here on this particular play, but that is also more of a exhaustion at this point. So we want to see how this pulls back, and we do have a decrease of volume on the pullback currently, so that is a good thing too as well. Hopefully that this is not complete. It's not it's still an open candle, open move, but we do suspect to have resistance here at these particular areas. Again, this was more just this particular setup and getting in this area, really finding that overall buying in this particular area. And this one is one of my favorite setups here, and I will be more accurate with this at the beginning phases so we can find out how it goes before it plays out. Thank you again.